In this episode of I Know Jax, we're going to be visiting the Bearded Pig for some barbecue. We're going to make sangria. We're going to check out the Peking Duck at the Golden House Chinese restaurant. And I'm going to tell you about my favorite upcoming events and so much more. In the South, barbecue is something that we all love. Now, barbecue is almost a religion, and I think everyone has their opinion about what's the best barbecue and what sides should come with it. There's always a healthy discussion about it online. Books have been written about it, documentaries made. There are professional barbecue competitions, for crying out loud. Now, in my book, barbecue puts me in my happy place. Now, here's one of Jacksonville's most popular barbecue places, the Bearded Pig. When I come here, I like to grab a San Marco platter.
So the San Marco platter, obviously aptly named for our neighborhood. It's really the opportunity for guests to come in and get a little sample of everything. So the platter comes with two meats, chicken and ribs are standard. Guests get their choice of two additional meats on top of that. So it's a quarter of everything, quarter rack, quarter chicken, quarter pound of brisket, quarter pound of pulled pork. It also comes with two side items. And then if you like, we can add our Martin's potato rolls as well. So it's a great, it feeds, we say two, but it could almost probably feed three people. It's a great opportunity to really get a sampling of everything that we do here in the restaurant.
Or one really hungry person.
Or one really hungry person, yes, exactly.
So,
which we've seen happen before.
I may have done that once before.
Yeah. We definitely focus on brisket, but we give equal love to pork and pork ribs as well, spare ribs. This is fatty. You can see the striated. You know, I call it the tenderloin and the ribeye, right?
Yep.
All of our side items are all vegetarian. Yeah, we don't use any pork in our collard greens. We don't use any pork in our beans. Everything was designed from the sides perspective to have balance. To the fatty meats, we didn't want these mayonnaise heavy, pork heavy sides. So it works two ways. Number one, we think they work really well in balance with the meats, but also for our vegetarian friends that are married to folks that love meat, they can still come in and enjoy the atmosphere here. We have 12 total beers on draft. 5 of our 12 beers are either local or one regional draft, and then everything else rotates as well. My background being in wine, I wanted to have not a massive list, but for those of us that wanted to come in and have a pretty good glass of wine as opposed to the jug wine that you would find in most probably barbecue restaurants. So yeah, in comparison to probably the norm of barbecue, we have an extensive list. Everything from a Chardonnay to Riesling to Pinot Grigio to Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, a couple of different Pinot Noirs, a red blend, a Zin. So it's a nice little collaboration of different wines that I think go really well with the food as well. So curated by yours truly. The special thing about Bearded Pig is it's kind of multifaceted. I think number one, it's our environment and the vibe of the space that we've created, this indoor-outdoor dining, kind of like you're in your backyard, which it just adds for a very nice casual setting. I think the other side of it obviously is quality barbecue.
So awesome, I got the San Marco platter here, which is great. I got a little bit of everything meat-wise. I got brisket, ribs, pulled pork, a quarter of a chicken, then a couple of sides. Yes, this is enough for probably 2, maybe 3 normal people, but I might eat it all, who knows. Got the bearded poutine over here. Poppers, heck yeah. My favorite beer to wash down anything barbecue related, San Marco Sour. And then what are you gonna have at the end of a great meal like that? Banana pudding, of course. I look forward to seeing you guys out at the Bearded Pig. Now, I've heard that they're opening a Bearded Pig in the beach area, and that makes me even happier because now it'll be closer to me. Next, we're going to talk about something else that puts me in my happy place, Sangria. Now you might be thinking that it's not that time of year for sangria, but this is Florida and it's always the time of year for great tasting sangria. I'm here with Chris Chislett, the wine guy, and we're gonna make a sangria today, right?
We are. We're just going straight red. Straight red sangria with a bit of a Chislett twist.
Chislett twist.
The old Chislett twist.
The old Chislett twist.
Classic Chislett twist.
Show me what that means.
Okay. Red wine.
Okay.
Kind of important for red sangria. So tell you what, love, if you want to start pouring, I'm going to say pour just about a third of the bottle in there. Well, I'm going to start prepping the
fruit. A third of the bottle?
Yeah, about a third of the bottle.
Okay.
You don't have to, get crazy. Sure, these are oranges.
Yes, those are oranges.
Okay. Just
we're in Florida, dude.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to add blackberries and blueberries to it. So I want you to add, I'm going to say about a handful of each.
Okay.
Just here.
I went all out. I got organic everything.
Oh,
this is going to be tasty
Oh,
stuff.
wow, that is
Yeah,
tasty.
yeah.
And keeping us free from all the pesticides and insecticides
Yeah,
and
well,
all that other stuff. Sure.
I like blackberries.
It's the alcohol that we need to,
That's really what
not go crazy, because that's a pretty big bottle of brandy.
It is.
We don't want to go too heavy.
We don't?
So it'll end in tears.
You sure?
I promise you.
It'll end in tears.
It will.
Well, they don't most.
It will.
Most evenings out end up in tears.
Yeah,
anyway.
end in tears.
And so you just slice those up. Okay.
Yeah, well, I just want you to take your little thing, whatever. I want you to kind of mash as best you can.
So you want me to break it up a little bit?
Yeah, just break up the blackberries and blueberries. Otherwise, we won't get a lot of the flavor. So I just want you to.
Oh, okay. So they're not just decoration.
You see, look at me. I mean, I'm multitasking here. I'm chopping. I'm going to chop my finger off and telling you.
I know, man.
So yeah,
you have training in this?
A little bit. I went to culinary school in England.
So no.
Yeah, so not really. Doesn't really count. That's what I always tell people. It's on my resume, but it's right down the bottom. Definitely doesn't count.
Do this like muddling almost.
Yeah, muddle it. Muddle it.
I'm gonna muddle
You're doing a good job with the muddling. So we've gone pretty heavy on the fruit, but we've got oranges, lemons, limes. You can add that if you want to.
Dude, I got organic limes. You smell those?
Organic limes? Yeah, I can.
They're incredible.
Beautiful.
And these are like blood orange.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
those are
got some good
Isn't
colour
that
to them.
pretty? Pretty.
So just one of each.
Pretty.
I just put one lemon, one lime, one.
Oh, not one slice,
orange.
one whole.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude,
and we're not worried about having like bite-size, the pieces. Yeah, I cut them into halves because we could garnish the glass if we wanted. We wanted to get crazy with it.
Right.
Look at that.
Look at that.
All the way to the top with fruit.
I like that one.
Now let's see if we have enough room for the rest of the wine.
For the wine?
I chose a nice Merlot for this particular recipe, Mr. Talentino. So this is the Jade Mountain Merlot. Not that we really care, but
Merlot is a good wine to use.
I want something medium-bodied.
Okay.
Merlot tends to have like more blue fruit.
Okay.
So Pinot Noir to me it's a little bit light for sangria.
Got you.
Cabernet a little bit
too heavy.
You could do Shiraz, I guess, but I'm always medium-bodied whites for white sangria, medium-bodied reds for red sangria. So the last two bits. This is the finest brandy that I could find.
They will make no wine before their time.
No, this is just. When it comes to liquor, wine's more my thing.
I know you don't give a shit about liquor.
Yeah, not really. No,
I don't know what the deal is with you. So
the recipe calls for my recipe calls for 4 ounces of brandy.
Did you hear that?
But that's pretty much all you're allowed to put in there. Nice, well done. You do that you've done that before. Go on.
Not with this bottle yet, but.
So you
4
can't
ounces?
Yeah, we're really going to guesstimate this 4 ounces.
Somewhere there.
What?
More?
On what planet is that 4 ounces, love?
More?
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's fine.
More?
There you go.
More? No,
Yeah,
we're good.
no, it's good,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
yeah,
a look. I mean,
we're going to be falling out of here.
The agave.
And agave just adds a little bit of sweetness. So always add it, a couple of long squirts is what I say.
Well,
Just a
the
couple
good
of
thing
long
about
squirts
agave,
of agave.
too is it's
kind of similar to honey. It's got the same consistency, a little bit more neutral.
I use that in my
flavor.
sweet tea.
Oh yes.
Mom doesn't make that way.
No, that agave, that is fancy.
I grew up with, when you're going with all this organic fruit and stuff, I thought.
Don't just want to use El Cheapo sugar syrup, so I'll let you.
Oh, you're gonna let me?
Well, you pretty much made it, love. You.
There you go. There's that, and then we'll do another one just for the hell.
Cool.
Maybe just
splash.
Like
cool.
that.
Like it.
He likes how I measure things.
No, it's great. Just close your eyes and pour it.
Yeah, because like,
Yeah, like with the brandy. It's pretty much half the bottle gone.
well.
No, I'd say let's bang on 4 ounces. You did pretty good
Dead
there.
on. Is what I
Yeah,
would
bang
say.
on 4 ounces.
This is pretty even.
Yeah, right? Pretty
And
happy
this
with
is
it.
your recipe.
All the
you made
classic
it up.
Chislett
Oh,
family recipe.
I'll tell you, with a twist.
Absolutely. It's well and truly muddled though.
No doubt. I've been, that's what I do.
Bloody heavy is what it is. Let's see if I can make a complete hash of this. I haven't really got any
No pieces.
no pieces,
chunkies.
not even ice in there. But
Chunkies.
yeah, I probably recommend you
Have
do it in your
some.
own home. You put some ice in the glass, but
Yeah.
we've never done like a cooking segment before, so
No,
we didn't
well, this
really
isn't
think this
cooking,
through.
it's drinking. It's different.
Well, yeah, it really is different. We'd be screwed if we actually had fire and
oh, no.
bad enough with the
we
knife.
we had fire once.
Oh yeah, we did have fire once.
Blowtorch. We
Yeah,
had
look that up.
Open the bottle with a blowtorch. Yes.
I watched
we
that
did
again
it.
a week ago. That was great.
It's
Look up,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah,
how
it's
to,
amazing.
by
Like,
Joe and Chris, how
yeah.
to open wine with
With the blowtorch.
yeah, with a blowtorch. That
Cheers.
was great. Oh, well, let's taste it first. Make sure before
I
you
like
say
cheers.
yeah. Pretty happy with that. I think actually, I'm going to say a little bit more brandy.
That doesn't suck. We can add more brandy.
I'll put a little bit more brandy.
I'm down with that.
A little bit more brandy, just for
I could put a little more agave in
yeah.
mine.
I think a little bit more sweetness to it.
Yep.
That's why I think it's always better to.
See, go with your tastes. My taste, I like sweet stuff. So
Finally,
this is something you can make at home. We will have the recipe available for you online. So check that out, and we'll see you guys on the next Wine Guy segment. Didn't that look delicious? Well, it was. I really liked it. The recipe is available on my website at iknowjax.com in case you want to make your own. I always love to explore different cultures and different kinds of food. I'm actually a pretty adventurous eater. I don't get to travel as much as I'd like to, but luckily you can make delicious and adventurous culinary trips right here in Jacksonville. Today we're going to the Golden House Chinese restaurant on Baymeadows to find out about their Peking Duck. Sonny, the owner of Golden House, had invited me to come in to taste their Peking Duck, and that's something I hadn't had in Jacksonville, so I was ready to get started. Chef Neil was cooking up a feast in the kitchen. First, he was making the spicy stir-fry cumin lamb. It smelled so good. The chef at Golden House worked for the government and cooked for all kinds of celebrities before he came to Jacksonville, so I'm sure it wasn't that big a deal for him to cook for me. Peking duck is a classic Chinese dish with a long history. It takes a very long time to prepare. The duck is roasted with special spices, and then the chef often carves the duck in front of dinner guests. Then the tender meat is served with spring onions, steamed pancakes, and dipping sauces. So at the Golden House Chinese restaurant on Baymeadows Road, they have awesome dishes like this spicy stir-fried cumin lamb, which you probably hear still sizzling straight out of the kitchen. Their traditional Peking duck and duck soup made by famous Chinese chef Neil.
Golden House serves authentic Chinese food for whole family.
There are a lot of fun and interesting restaurants in our area, and as a matter of fact, I have a long list of places I'm hoping to be able to do stories about in the near future. My purpose with I Know Jax is to help local restaurants spread the word about what they do. People here in Jacksonville love to support their local restaurants, but it's not always easy for small businesses to reach the Jacksonville market. Small local businesses just don't have the marketing budgets that big chain restaurants do. So I do my best to help out. Now, if you're a local restaurant owner and you think your restaurant should be on I Know Jax, make sure to reach out to me. You can find all my contact info on iknowjax.com. Every week I put together a list of my top 5 events for the week. These are events and happenings that I think sound fun and interesting, and you won't want to miss them. Let me know what you think about my picks for this week. Number 5 is Queensryche. The Grammy-nominated heavy metal rock band Queensryche is coming to the Florida Theater this Sunday. The band is known for rock anthems like Prophecy, Silent Lucidity, and Jet City Woman. The concert takes place at the Florida Theater on Sunday, January 19th. Number 4 is Amelia Island Restaurant Week. There are a lot of really good restaurants on Amelia Island, so there's no wonder that they have a special restaurant week every January. Actually, this is more like a 10-day stretch, so you'll have plenty of time to make it up there. Participating restaurants have prix-fixe menus for $12 for lunch, or dinner has $21, $31, or $41. Check the website for more info. And I saw that Pogo's Kitchen was participating, and I was recently there, and I can strongly recommend that one. That's the Amelia Island Restaurant Week, which takes place January 17th through 26th. Number 3 is Rent's 20th Anniversary Tour. In 1996, an original rock musical by a little-known composer opened on Broadway, and 2 decades later, Rent continues to speak to audiences across generations. Rent follows an unforgettable year in the lives of 7 artists struggling to follow their dreams without selling out. It's actually a reimagining of Puccini's La Boheme. Now, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm definitely planning to go to the Times Union Center for this one. Rent is performed January 14th through 19th. Number 2 is the St. Augustine Film Festival. This festival seems to be growing every year, and why wouldn't you want to go to St. Augustine for a film festival? It's the perfect location. During the 4-day festival, you can watch films from around the world, and they'll also be bringing in directors, producers, and actors to talk about their work. Check the website for the lineup of films and events, as well as ticket info. The festival takes place in 6 different locations, January 16th through 20th. Number 1 is Southern Swell's 3rd anniversary. It's a big birthday this week with Southern Swells turning 3. From the very start, Southern Swells managed to capture the hearts of the Jacksonville craft beer enthusiasts, and they have a loyal and devoted following. It makes me so happy to see how successful they become, and Southern Swells is celebrating with a ticketed mini beer festival in the courtyard. But I also want to point out that the tap room is going to be open. They'll have lots of releases during the day, so I suggest you at least stop by and wish them happy birthday. I'm going to be making it over there for sure. Southern Swell's birthday is on Saturday, January 18th. For more details about the top 5 events, plus a lot of other fun events happening in Jacksonville, visit my website, iknowjax.com, and read the post with the catchy title, Fun Things to Do in January. Now, another way to keep up with what's happening and what I'm doing is to subscribe to my newsletter, The Insider. Just sign up on the website, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching this week's episode. I'll be back next week with a brand new show, but until then, I'll see you on the internet.